the story that has shaken college basketball and really all of sports the last 24 hours, John Calipari is no longer the head coach of Kentucky. It will be finalized tomorrow. We're hearing from reports where he is the new head coach at the University of Arkansas. I was like, wait, what? He's going to be up? Yeah. Yes, John Calipari. They were apparently talking about this. And then in the span of about 10 hours yesterday, it went from, the sides are really far apart to, an agreement is imminent. Well, once you're the coach of Kentucky and you're talking to another school, that's going to happen. So Calipari is leaving Kentucky. Mm-hmm. And look, first thing I want to say is this. I hate to say I told you so, but what did we talk about the night of their loss in the NCAA tournament to Oakland? What did we say? It was, you watch John Calipari speak, and this is a guy debating and going through, what is my future going to be? What is my future going to be? Am I going to stay here? And we said, hey, watch this offseason. He parts ways with Kentucky. Don't be surprised. Because this was one of those, hey, I see the writing on the wall a little bit. You know, the alumni and the NIL donor, everybody not happy with another early exit in the tournament. And he was, okay, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And this is not surprising at all. Now, Arkansas, a little surprising staying in the SEC, jumping to Arkansas, but his friendship with John Tyson, the billionaire Arkansas benefactor who is the chairman of Tyson Foods, chicken, really has been at the forefront of this. And now because of this, he's going to be able to get more money than he was making at Kentucky, albeit a lot of it's going to be performance incentive, but he's going to get more money.
And a fermented chicken drink.
Yeah.
But when Costanza was being traded between.
I love chicken. I could eat chicken.
Tyler chicken.
I could eat chicken every day. I should get this job, man. I mean, I can't every day because of my kidney stones now. I gotta watch what I do. But still, I mean, how much I like chicken, I got to get a deal like this.
Can you drink chicken?
Dude,
but that was the whole thing.
I could.
That was the Seinfeld bit.
Yeah,
it was a fermented chicken
Jason
drink.
can do it.
Yeah, no, we can blend that up.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll be there.
We can make that happen.
Right.
I mean, between Tyson and don't forget about the fact that Jerry Jones, even though he's not spending any money on the Cowboys player.
Yeah, this is true.
He may be ready to help in NIL to make them a winner there.
Yeah.
But look, years and years of subpar performances, crisis of conscience, and certainly a large echo chamber about the lack of winning and the way college basketball has changed. Yeah, you ushered in a new era. Guess what? That's an old day now. I see I stole from Jethro.
Yeah, very nice. Now, look, this is something, honestly, how does this break down? This makes sense for both sides. Calipari knew, okay, what's my future going to be like here at Kentucky? I don't want to get fired, right? And so I don't want to do that. I want to call the shots. I want to be able to go where I want to go and do it. And he knows that after this loss, he was on really thin ice. So what is a better thing for me to do? Jump now when I can go somewhere, get a lot of money, and I'm still highly sought after, or do I try to do it after they let me go after another disappointing finish? In that way, it's almost kind of like how we watched Chip Kelly go from UCLA head coach to Ohio State offensive coordinator, because it's like, okay, I can come back at UCLA, but they're going to fire me after this year, right? I only kept the job because I beat USC in the final week of the season. But now I'm going to the Big Ten, so we're going to get drubbed. And I'm going to go 4-8, and they're going to fire me, and then I'm going to try to get another job. How difficult is that going to be? But I jumped to Ohio State, who's going to be in the top 3 most of the season. They'll probably be number 1 to start the year. And if we have a great year offensively, we're suddenly, hey, Chip Kelly is a hot name to get another job somewhere. So he knew I only had so much time left, and it was going to be impossible. And for Calipari, I'm sure it was, if I don't go to the Final Four next year, they're going to fire me. And getting to the Final Four is really, really hard. So you know what? No, I'm going to go someplace clean slate where I can go and start over, and that's completely where it's at. You could tell that's kind of what's going through his head when he's doing that last press conference after the loss to Oakland. It was a lot of soul-searching, a lot of this is happening, and you could just see it in his eyes, like, I don't know, this might be my last game here because I'm going to be on such a short leash. There's no way I can succeed. I'm already thinking what it's going to be like that this was my last game.
Well, the other is you've dealt with whoever's in the room for a while, right? Whether it's the boosters, and now obviously with the way this has changed, it's a much larger group of people you have to appease, and recruiting is now a much different animal, right? It's not, hey, I need the best high school players anymore. I got to reinvent how I do that. And do I want to be around and deal with this here? for another year. The firing is obviously there, right? The sword of Damocles, as we always say, for both of these guys. Same thing. Mm-hmm. But with Chip Kelly, it was, wait, I don't have the NIL resources. Bit by bit, it's getting better, and we're seeing it. Yeah. Certainly, Mick Cronin talking about what's going on, and as they're trying to retain players or whatever on the basketball side. But for Chip Kelly, it was, all right, here's all the things that are not advantages for me here. They were ready to run me out of town, mm-hmm. and I have to listen to these people for the next year. Do I want another year of that? For whatever, guaranteed money and all that is still there. Same thing with Calipari. You've been dealing with the same loudmouths behind the scenes for a long time, and now probably from the institution itself, you're getting a little more heat and a little more. So it's like, all right, maybe it's the same noise, but it's a new space, right? It's a new cast of characters and a new way of having to negotiate and politic, and you get, while not necessarily a clean start, a fresh start altogether, right? Because that comes with you, right? The last years that you've had struggles, that's still coming with you. You've got to go and sell them on how the change is going to be, and we saw what Musselman did as he departs. But it's for Calipari, yeah, it's the what's the reinvention of him? Like, that's the fascinating part of it. It's like you ushered in the era of the one and done. Well, that's done.
Yeah.
Look, now you need veteran players to get you over. Oh, no.
Look,
I can't relate to these 21-year-olds.
Look, he winning at Kentucky was, you always had a big advantage, right? Mm-hmm. And you had an advantage at Kentucky because it was Kentucky. And now with NIL, evening things out a little bit, okay, things are a little bit different. Because you're talking about, hey, luckily the billionaire benefactor is Tyson Foods. The guy's worth billions of dollars. Will give you whatever you need. Hey, he just so happens because he's an Arkansas guy, right? So now you're talking about NIL money. That's a huge advantage.
100%.
So this new era of college basketball, John Calipari is looking at, where can I succeed? Because think about this for a second, because then I'm going to get to who the only choice is to replace him, because this is absolutely huge. NIL money now controls everything. It controls everything. And when a coach leaves, okay, this is one thing for Kentucky, which is why I'm sure they didn't stand in the way and he's going to go be the head coach at Arkansas, is that I'm sure at this point you had a lot of people that you counted on for NIL money, and a lot of them said, no, not while Calipari's there. No, not while he's there. No, I'm not. Call me when you get it. Because every time you get a new coach and there's a new start and there's a new something, hey, guess what? That NIL money is always there, right? It's always there because, oh, hey, we got a new coach, a new thing. I like this. Okay, I'm in, and here comes the money. So when you hire a new coach, those NIL purse strings always open up. Because if you're winning, people are going to continue to go on. But when you're losing, yeah, why am I giving you all this money if we're not winning? I'm going to wait until the new coach, and then a new coach comes in, and suddenly all of it's there. The same thing is true for Arkansas, because Calipari leaving Kentucky, there'll be more NIL for Kentucky, and now he goes to Arkansas. It's a new thing. Hey, here's all this NIL money that's going to be there for Arkansas recruits, because Calipari is going to a place where he knows, I'm going to get the NIL money at Arkansas. I don't know that I was going to get it at Kentucky anymore, because I've had a lot of upset alumni and upset contributors and people who are big fans of the program and boosters and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get that at Kentucky anymore, but I'm going to get it at Arkansas. And the flip side for Kentucky, the fun thing is that, hey, guess what? Now they're going to get more money too in NIL. So I think works for both sides.
But the thing, when we look at, say, Calipari, using him as the case study here, he was there before NIL, and now we can get into the dirty, soft underbelly of college athletics that so many allude to and don't want to tap into. But you're always, the shoulder shrug, of what was going on behind the scenes. And I'm not casting aspersions on him directly, just the system as a whole, and everybody, did the nod and wink. Well, when you give large amounts of NIL money, what does that get you? It gets you benefits. It gets you access, and you get to say, that's my guy. And at Arkansas right now, Tyson and others that step forward, he's our guy.